Hi, welcome back. Today's video is kind of like an update of my life that's happened in the last 2 months, I'd say. The last time I did a YouTube video was about, well, the last time it was uploaded I think was about 2 months ago, but the last time I actually did a video, like sat down and actually filmed, was about 3 months ago. So I have a video that I wanted to upload, but I want to do this video first because I've been away for so long. I mean, I used to do videos like 3 times a week every month for about 6 months straight. So having that time away, I think I needed it because we were so much stuff was going on that I just needed to take a step back on YouTube at the moment because, like, obviously I don't get paid for it, so it's just something I do for myself. So yeah, I thought I would let you know what's going on and what has been going on and what I aim to do in the future and stuff like that. So I have a list down here. If you keep looking down, that's why. So first thing is obviously us moving house. So we used to live in a 3-bedroom house, which was just like Emma's mum and dad where they live, and it was perfect. It was lovely. It's obviously needed like a bit of TLC because it hadn't been lived in for about 6 months, and we were just making it into our own. It was a nice house. It was just very hard to heat. Being it was just the 2 of us, it was just extremely hard to heat. It would cost so much money. See, we had a back boiler in our fire, so we thought, oh, that would be a good job, but then just once you're living sort of paycheck to paycheck, things can get a bit hard. Certain things come out in certain different times of the year, and like it just all gets on top of you. So Emma's mum let us know about a house, bungalow that was available. It was actually the one that we wanted to move into when we first moved here, but a lady got it first, so we just tried to find our own way around, and we found out it was coming up, like it was going to be available, so we thought we'd take it. I mean, if I'm completely honest, I did not want to move. I get so much anxiety from moving because of everything you have to do, all the planning, all the prep, all the making sure all the important stuff is to hand, like your passports and documents and stuff like that. So I found it very stressful, and just doing it was very stressful, shall I say. So we found out the house was going to be available at the beginning of April, we were told, and my mum and dad are actually coming over on the 10th of April, but the lady that was moving into a housing executive house, which is like council house in Northern Ireland, and they took a hell of a long time to do her house that she was moving into, so obviously it delayed us. So we ended up staying in our old house a month more than we planned, but like in hindsight I'm glad we did because we had so much time to organise. I had so much time to organise everything, get things done, so I'm kind of glad in that way, but I wish we had known because we did feel like we were like messing our landlord around because we didn't know when we were moving, because obviously the tenant in this house, we didn't know when she was moving, so it was just very stressful. And obviously during that time I'd started a new job as well, so that was just another thing that was like stressing me out, but at least it took my mind off the house. So I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment, like in hindsight. So obviously now we moved in about 2 weeks ago. Officially we moved. Today is the 26th of May, sorry. And so when we got the house, it was a mess. It was not the best start of moving in. We had so much to do. We had to, before we even moved in, we had to clean every room. We had to, and when I mean clean, I mean like using Brillo pads and everything. we had to clean that. Then we wanted to try and decorate the living room before we actually moved our stuff in to make it easier. And as we were starting decorating, we found out there was damp behind where the telly would go wall, so we had to strip everything off. I'm actually going to try and put a like photo of what we had to do. It's just like a little photo of us taking all the wallpaper off. We did it ourselves, taking the wallpaper off. Emma's uncle did help us as well, which we will be forever grateful for. And then so we finally got it painted and finally got the brace wallpapered, which Emma's brother-in-law did for us, so thank you for that as well. So it just took a long process to actually move in. So we put our stuff in, tried to make it homely. I didn't try too hard because I knew that when I had my days off I could sort of do it then. Then our first night here, we had some noise, and it turns out it was a wee friend that we did not want. Basically where we live, there's a river behind where we live, so we mice and rats can come in basically. But we spoke to the residents around this area. See, Emma grew up here, so she knows loads of people that live here, and they do say like they do see them, but they don't get them in their house basically. So we had to sort that out. Our landlord was not helpful in that respect. He didn't want to call pest control, he just wanted to sort of put poison down and that was it, and make us live in there. All he wanted was his rent. And but no, we got that sorted. We paid for, well, Emma's uncle paid for a guy to come out and get it sorted. So we had to do that. That was 2 weeks it took to sort that problem out. So that was another 2 weeks we weren't here like living. So we had a month of not moving. Then we had, say, about 2 weeks of moving in here, especially getting the keys, and then we had to wait another 2 weeks for the wee friend to go. And then when we moved in, when we stopped hearing the noise, the man said that it would take 4 days, and after the 4 days we thought we'd move back and we heard nothing, but then we got a smell in the bathroom. I thought it was sewers, and it wasn't, it was our wee friend, so we had to get rid of that. So yeah, that is everything that has happened. That is why I have been so MIA, trying to just bury my head in something completely different. I see YouTube as a lot to deal with, and you have so many things behind the scene to deal with. So everything that was happening with the house took priority, obviously, and plus we hadn't unpacked because of everything that was going on. I didn't want to unpack just in case. We thought, right, no, sod this, let's find another house to live in and just move, because this is ridiculous. But no, me being stubborn has its traits. I thought, no, once it's all sorted, it will be done and that's it. I am not moving again. I will say that now. I am not moving again. I can't. It's just too much stress. Now all we have to do is obviously decorate every room apart from the living room. We've done that already, and we're now at the moment in the process of doing our garden. Our garden is very bad, so it's massive, but it's overgrown. There's like, basically we need to like start from scratch. Emma's friend is a gardener, so he's helping us. We need to rotivate it, basically dig up the ground to start fresh. I had to do the shed. I had to completely clean, and when I mean clean, I mean like soapy water, completely clean out the shed. And then I sort of made that into more of a acceptable environment, because our stuff is in there, like our Christmas decorations are in there, and obviously our lawnmowers in, well, Emma's dad's lawnmowers in there, and just stuff like that. I just wanted it to be more of a representation of us and not the previous tenants. So I've done that. I've been off for pretty much a week So I thought to make my time more useful, I would do stuff in the house, which we have done. We've done quite a lot. We still have to wait for the garden because it basically, he said that the grass needs to die first and then he can do it. So that's fine, at least we know we're getting it done. So that's our next job. How I'm getting on with my new job. It's good. I really like it. I like the fact that it's in the town. Obviously me being in Staban, which is like 20 minutes away from here, I knew people from Staban, but I didn't know anyone here. I didn't really know anyone apart from Emma's family or friends, so it's nice to like sort of be myself, if you know what I mean, like be a bit more independent, not having to rely on anyone for lifts. I just do and go where I want now. And so yeah, now the job's really nice. I really like it. It's so much easier than where I was, because just the whole deliveries was so, they were just really hard, and you really do have to be strong, like mentally and physically, to do that job. Like you wouldn't think it, but you do. So yeah, I do love my new job. Also, the reason why I am doing this video is because me and Emma went to see Spice Girls on Friday, and yeah, that's why I wanted to do this video, so that I had something before I uploaded that, so that it's not so much of a, oh, she's uploading again and then like, now what? But I thought I would do this just to make it a bit more sense. So yeah, so Spice Girls is in Dublin. It was amazing. The only thing is, see, Emma only knows this, and my mum and dad, is that because I have anxiety, and I have very bad anxiety, on the way home I did not know where we were going. The coach had a lot of pit stops. It wasn't just going to where I live, it was going to Staban, it was going to Sion, it was going to Omagh, and it was also going to Derry. So I was like, oh my god, and they are very far from where we live. So I had a quite bad panic attack on the way home, and when anyone that's watching this that was there will think, well, it can't have been that bad. No, no, what it was is my whole body went completely numb. It started in my hands and it just circulated. I completely blacked out. If it wasn't for the fact that I was grabbing, like, behind the chairs is like little grips, if it wasn't for the fact I was grabbing onto them, I probably would have fallen. But I felt like I was sort of going into a hole. I did feel like I was, it does feel like you're dying, which sounds so dramatic and does not sound nice at all, but you genuinely feel like you're just sinking into a hole, and you're just like, that's it, this is me, this is gone, I'm gone now. And it was so bad that I could actually feel the hairs on my nose, like I could feel them so like prominent, and I was sweating so much. And if it wasn't for the fact that, because obviously it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and Emma was trying to sleep, and she leant over to me and I just said, don't touch me because I am actually sweating. And if it wasn't for that, I would not have told her, because it's just one of those things that you want to kind of keep to yourself. But the only reason why I'm sharing it with you is because if anyone has panic attacks, I know what it feels like. Because if it wasn't for the fact that I'd had loads before, I would have panicked even more. What got me through it was just concentrating on my breathing and grabbing onto the back of the chair. That is what got me through it, because I had read somewhere that if you are having a panic attack, to try and focus on something else, like focus on something in front of you, or focus on your hands, or focus on something that's not gonna make you panic even more. So that did help me, but I did feel very bad, and I must admit afterwards I felt like amazing, but I did feel awake, so I didn't sleep that night. So I thought I would tell you that. So plans for the near future. I don't want to say the future because we don't really have any, but the plans for the near future is basically just doing this house, living basically, just doing the house and we are going to London at the end of August. So that's near my birthday, so we're going there, and then in October we're going to see Little Mix. So that'll be another nice vlog to do. But other than that, all we're thinking about is the house and just doing it up, make it ours, and just making it a bit more livable, shall we say, just a bit more homely, and just getting furniture and stuff like that that we need. Like, we need drawers for the bedroom and stuff like that, because everything technically is still in boxes and bags. We have not unpacked everything yet, so we are doing that as well. The future for YouTube is things will go back to normal. As soon as I feel comfortable, I would do it. I will not be doing as much. 3 videos a week was insane, but I just did it because I just wanted to get out there and I wanted to do the best that I could. But now if I do a video a week, that's grand, that's absolutely fine. I want to think about myself. For once, I never think about myself, I always think about others first. And yeah, I'm only gonna do it now if I wasn't enjoying it before. It was more like another job, but it was an unpaid job, and I wasn't getting any feedback from it, so it was like a pointless job, shall we say. I was not enjoying it because it just felt like another job, and it felt like I'd never had time to just relax and do what I wanted to do, basically. But yeah, no, it will go kind of back, like it'll go back to normal, as in like makeup tutorials and like things when like vlogs if we're going out or anything like that. But it just won't be as much, and I will like put it all on my socials when I do upload like I did before, but it just won't be at 3 times a week because that was just insane. Anyway, and plus the amount of money I spent to try and get new products to review them, and it just cost so much money and I wasn't getting anything back. So yeah, that was it. I'm gonna leave that here because I don't have anything else to say. I've pretty much said everything. My background will change. This is basically like a junk room at the moment. As you can see, there's clothes drying there. It's just everything's a mess. So this will probably be the last room that gets decorated. It's just magnolia at the moment, which I'm absolutely fine with because I wouldn't know what other colour to do. And yeah, I've got some things that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna try and convince Emma if I can save for something. I'll just tell you, there's a mirror called Ricky Loves, is it, or something like that. It's basically an LED mirror and it's lovely, but I was gonna get the small one, but I think I might try and save for the massive one because in the long run it will just be better, really. And so the only thing is, it is from America, so yes. But anyway, so yeah, that is the update for life at the moment. And yeah, the next video you'll see is Spice Girls. It is literally just the concert. I didn't pre-film anything or nothing like that, so yeah, just from the concert. It was amazing. Anyway, I will see you in my next video.